Hi, this is Maggie. Today I'm looking at the chart of Johnny Cash, famous country western singer. He was born February 26, 1932 in Kingsland, Arkansas. And uh, yeah, he's a very dynamic chart, astrology chart, so I thought I would just do a brief overview. He was believe he was the first country western singer inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So very dynamic artist. The first thing I see in his chart is just enormous water element. He is a Pisces. He's a Pisces. He has the sun, his personality, Mars, his drive, ambition, and very strong will, and Mercury, the planet of communication. So I believe he was a born artist because he has so much water. He has the moon in Scorpio. The moon's in its full in Scorpio, but it would make him extremely sensitive, and he was. I'll get to that later. He had a very beautiful heart when it came to the underprivileged or men in prison, or he just had a very giving, very spiritual side to his nature, and that was all the Pisces in the 12th house. So he communicated his sensitivity and his he went into the prisons and played for the prisoners, and really tried to help the disadvantaged when he could. He had a heart for that, and that was his Pisces, and also his moon in Scorpio made him a terrific artist, very sensitive artist. And I read his bio, and I think somebody said he just kind of would space out as a kid, and trying to do yard work or whatever, with everyone else. And that's a very Piscean dynamic. They do tend to space out sometimes, just they're dreamers, they want to dream. So I believe he was born to be musical from a very young age. I think his mother gave him voice lessons. Anyway, let's get to his chart. So it starts with everything in Pisces. His first house is the North Node on his ascendant, and it's in Aries. So, and he has Venus and Uranus in Aries. So he comes off as a very extremely strong, attractive performer, and unusual, liberating and dynamic with Uranus there. It would make him very unique. So that's his personality is just, is powerful when you meet him because he's a very unusual character, the man dressed in black. Second house is Taurus, so he has made money through his music. There are no planets there, but Taurus, is ruled by Venus and the voice. So he had a wonderful singing voice, which he used from a young age. His Pluto in Cancer in the 5th house of Leo. And he also has Jupiter in Leo. He has a very large 5th house. He has Jupiter, the planet of optimism and expansion and good luck, in Leo. So that brought him enormous good fortune in his musical career, because he's like, one of the lead country singers. You think of Johnny Cash automatically. He's the king, and I believe he played with Elvis before, and he's played at the Grand Ole Opry, and inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know. He's just the man when it comes to country western, and with Jupiter in Leo, that just shows his expands his role as a very dramatic performer, and expanded his lead, and he was always the lead performer. So it gave him a very extreme good luck and expansion in his career in showmanship, which was singing, on stage. Pluto in Cancer, fifth house, that just made him extremely powerful and sensitive performer, adding, a lot of passion to his lyrics and performance, because Pluto rules Scorpio, and it's a very, very passionate, intense dimension to that. I see just a lot of psychic ability in his chart, just enormous intuition and sensitivity, and because of all the trines he has to the moon in Scorpio, to excuse me, the 3 planets he has in Pisces. So he did a lot of work with underprivileged. He was a very spiritual man, and once he got clean and sober, he was on the road a lot, and of course, had a bout with drugs and alcohol, and went to the Betty Ford Clinic or somewhere and got clean and sober, and anyway, all that shows, that would give him a tendency towards that, addiction. Not saying that all Pisceans are addiction, but he does have, it's an opposition. His 3 planets are all in opposition to Neptune in Virgo. Virgo rules health and attention to detail, and it's in his 6th house of health. So Neptune is in detriment in Virgo, so that would indicate a problem with his health. And so having, Mars, a very aggressive planet, the ruler of Aries in Pisces, along with the Sun and Mercury, planet of communication. So he did have an issue with drugs and alcohol, and that would make him very susceptible to it because of Neptune being in detriment in Virgo and in opposition to all the planets in Pisces. And Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, so, but he overcame it, went to rehab, Betty Ford Clinic, I believe, and and just, went on to play great music the rest of his life. What else? Just the main things are just his enormous water elements and the water trines and the fire trines as well. He has Pluto in the 5th house, Leo's house, is trying to his, the 5th house is entertainment, the entertainment industry, which he was in, and he was a powerful performer, very sensitive performer as well, and it's actually square. It's actually square to Uranus, and well, I'm talking about 2 different aspects. Okay, Jupiter in Leo, expanding his career and giving him good luck in his theatrical career in singing, is in trine to Uranus, because he presents as very different and unique character, the man dressed in black. And Venus gives him an attractive, unusual, unique, independent, liberated, sort of rebellious personality, how he presents in the 1st house.